Mzansi on the National Briefing.
Well, our built-in Mzansi guest today is one of those builders, founders, and quiet revolutionaries. That's the point of the segment. The people that are getting on with the work of changing not only this country, sometimes even the world. Dr. Tina Allton is an entrepreneur, leadership coach, and global speaker. Joining us this morning from London, she's the founder of Nations of Women, a global network launched in 2019 to connect women across continents, industries, and generations to mentor and to lead and change the systems that they enter. Part of her message, very clear: women must know their worth before they can take their seat. Dr. Allton, good morning to you. Thank you for your time this morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me.
So let's start with this question. London, why not Johannesburg? And let's talk about what Nations of Women is doing on the African continent more specifically.
Thank you so much. So I live in London, so that's why London. However, we have the wonderful opportunity and privilege of working with many, different leaders globally, currently in about 86 countries, South Africa being one of the countries. I have a mother in South Africa as well. So I can say I am, South African as well as a Ghanaian because I was born on the continent. And my heart really is to see women be able to take their seat in all the rooms where decisions are being made. And that often requires that we actually know the weight of our voice, who we've been, called to be, why are we in the room, how can we be effective, how can we partner, how do we get everybody else on board with the vision or the change with which we, have arrived in that room. And I also know that women are very entrepreneurial. Globally, there is enough research to prove that, when a woman makes money, it affects the whole family. The whole family is impacted. And so I have a very soft spot for entrepreneurship. Both of my parents growing up in Ghana were entrepreneurs. I myself and my husband have been serial entrepreneurs for the last 2.5 decades. And so it's very much a pattern, part and parcel of who I am and what I enjoy doing. And South Africa specifically, because South Africa is a very rich economy and with really up and coming great innovative ideas. And I believe that with any business idea, no matter how great it is, it does require a map. What does a map do for you? It's like when you're traveling and you have a map. A map allows you to know where you are. It allows you to know, oh, this is my destination, so where I'm going. And it also shows you the route in between. So I'm really delighted to be coming down to South Africa to share about the Business Builder, which is really helping not just women, but anybody who has an idea or basically has a vision and a dream and wants to build something, whether they're starting out, whether they're refining the idea or actually transitioning from corporate into business, then this, master builder would give them a very clear 90-day blueprint,
okay,
how to plan the idea from, that uncertainty into a focused execution. It also gives them clarity, something, that they can build sustainably. And really, as we know, every house, however you start, you can only build so high based on how strong and how deep the foundations are. And so that's really what we want to be able to do during this time together in South Africa.
Dr. Allton, what do you find is the biggest impediment for female entrepreneurs?
Number one, based on my work and my experience, has been access to finance, and that's not just Africa. That's globally. Globally, women receive less than 2% of all investment, whether it's VC or whether it's angel investment or whether it's normal traditional capital outlets. So access to finance is the biggest one. And then also access to the right tools and right systems and right, I would say, structure in terms of actually building that business. Because you can have all the money, but you don't have systems. Systems build, business, and people build the systems. So you need both.
This idea of women and women knowing their worth, how does it play out for women in entrepreneurship? We don't see a lot of men holding sessions, getting mentorship about knowing their worth. So what is it fundamentally that needs to change, or that changes the perspective in this regard?
Thank you so much. I think that's a very, very good question and a thought that we all should be thinking about. And the reason being, when we're born, women or girls particularly, I think from a very young age, it's drummed into us that we have a certain place. Like, we have to, maybe play with dolls, or, the boys are playing with trucks and playing doctors and all of those things. Growing up in Ghana, I never saw a single, woman in government at the time. You could see them head teachers, nurses, all of those things. So they were not role models for me in the sense of that I could actually become the person that I had been dreaming of becoming. So to know our worth means that sometimes that stereotypical ideas within our formative years that women, not so much now, but in some cultures it's still very much women. We belong in the kitchen, we have to be making babies, etc., etc.
Dr. Tina Allton, we'll leave it there for this morning. Thank you so much for your time on the national briefing and on Built in Mzansi. So you heard the message, know your worth. But entrepreneurship, it's for women too. It's for women too. Those figures, only 2% of funding. And that's why women need so much support, so that we're able to take up more space in these various sectors and industries. All right, it's 9 o'clock. This is my lot for the day.